Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of LaShawn Taylor.
LaShawn Taylor.
Thank you. Good morning, Miss.
Good morning.
Thank you for dressing.
Sorry, I keep interrupting. Yeah, we would like to set this for our final settlement conference.
Okay. Final settlement conference will be May 30th, 2024 at 11 a.m. with jury selection, and that's going to be on Zoom. Jury selection will be on June 7th, 2024 at 8:30, and that's in person.
Thank you, Your Honor. And just to make the record clear, the best offer I could provide for this case was no upfront jail. I did let Ms. White know that I plan to proceed on this case with or without the victim. It's my understanding that some of this assault occurred while the victim is actually on the phone with 911. So I do plan to proceed on the case if the officers are available.
Mr. Taylor, do you understand that? Or should we adjourn to discuss that further? You're muted, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, I understand. I don't want to adjourn at all.
Okay.
There'll be no further offers as the prosecutor's rule regarding that. Okay. You understand that, Mr. Taylor? Yeah. Thank you. State of Michigan versus Christopher Tucson, case number 21FB1518.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Mueller here on behalf of Christopher Tucson. Mr. Tucson, can you state your name for the record, please?
Christopher Tucson.
Thank you. All right, this is for payment. Has Mr. Tucson been making his payments?
Your Honor, I believe there have not been, I'm sorry, I thought I noted when the last payment, there have not been any recent payments from Mr. Tucson. He does plan to make a payment soon, is my understanding. Is that correct, Mr. Tucson?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what soon means.
Tomorrow.
I think within the week.
Tomorrow, yeah.
We have kind of been doing this since August, it looks like. And actually on August, Mr. Tucson said he was going to pay that day. And Your Honor said we had that same conversation the time before that. I don't even have that date. And then it looks like in February, Mr. Tucson was planning to pay when he got his taxes. I'm not sure if he's still waiting on that particular source or not, but I don't have a good sense of where we are and why we are here still.
That makes two of us.
Mr. Tucson, I'm sorry, and we didn't have a very detailed conversation. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that, Mr. Tucson, if you're waiting for your tax return and what you're going to do to start to make, regular payments?
I'm still waiting on my taxes, but I can make a payment tomorrow and moving forward each month.
Can you commit to a certain amount that you're definitely going to be able to make every month going forward?
You can do 40.
I already have a payment plan of $100.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Well, we could stick to the 100. That's fine.
April 11th, 2024. I'm going to put this over 1 week for you to make that payment, sir. If you haven't, well, if you haven't made the payment, you need to come in person.
Your Honor, I live in Texas. I don't live in Michigan anymore.
Then I guess you better make the payment.
I will.
All right. If you have not made the payment, it is still in person.
All right.
All right. Hopefully we don't have to see you then. If you've made the payment, I'll just send you a new date. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus John Garrett, case number 23FB1294.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of John Garrett. Mr. Garrett, can you state your name?
John Garrett.
Thank you. Mr. Garrett, it looks like you're in treatment.
I am, Judge. I am.
Where are you at?
At Bear River.
Thank you.
Mr. Garrett informs me that he has been there since Friday and he is on GPS tethered in long-term treatment. He would like the court to know that his long-term goal is to stay in that community, which he has discussed with Bear River Health. He would like to continue to do Dawn Farm and MRT program.
What's going on with his other cases? Are we at the stage where we could do a sentencing now, or where are we at?
We did not discuss his other cases. We just discussed the probation violation hearing that was scheduled for today. That is my fault.
Well, and Your Honor, I think part of that was at one point earlier, there were only two, I think, cases that were warrants. We were waiting to see if they would be assigned and authorized. One of those was, but then we got in like three more.
Right.
And it kind of,
It spiraled.
that's exactly the word I was looking for. It kind of spiraled. So I don't know that we'll be in a position to actually wait on all of that to catch up. I do see that the newest one that we have, we received it February 20th. It's a PWID type of case, and that hasn't even been assigned yet. So I don't know that we're going to be able to wait on all of these.
So are we in a position to move forward today? Where are we with this?
I'm fine with moving forward with the sentencing on the VOP today, given that we know that these are out there, but we can't wait on them.
So he could plead to, one second. I gotta see if we have any. So the non-technical violation, this is the problem. The non-technical violations are the criminal offenses.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't sound like.
It's the 23-16251, and it's the AAPD report 23-56521. And I don't know if either of those have been resolved, so I think we need to wait on those two.
Did we have him? I'm trying to pull up the an earlier one. I can't remember if he was violated for like failing to report, and because I thought after he was sentenced initially that was really all we had heard from him until he came back into custody.
Okay.
Yes, we have on 11/8/23, we have two technicals for 12-step meetings, failed a test, positive test for cocaine.
Your Honor, there was another violation filed in January for failing to report for over 60 days.
And we haven't sentenced on that one yet?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. I have my notes said he could be released to long term, but I think we didn't actually do the actual sentence. So that is the January 17th report. Violation. Let me find that. Right, okay. So if your client is willing to admit to the January 17th failed to report to probation for over 60 days, then we can proceed with the sentencing today. I'll accept the November 8th failed to submit to 12-step meetings, the technical violations in that, which would be the failed to submit to 12-step meeting logs, failed to drug and alcohol test is ordered and tested positive for cocaine in violation of the No Controlled Substance Act.
Mr. Garrett, do you want to admit to those violations?
I do, yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. I just indicated some violations on the record, sir. Do you admit that you're guilty of those particular violations?
Yes, I admit.
Thank you. I find that there's a knowing and willing admission to the violations, and you understand you have a right to have a hearing. Is that correct, Mr. Garrett?
Yes,
and
Judge.
you're waiving that right?
Yes.
Anything, are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. White?
Yes, I'm satisfied.
That's the sentencing. Anything you want to say?
Just what I've already said, that he is in Bear River Health, that he has decided that he will stay in that community and that he wishes to continue with the different programs like Don Farm, MRT, and he is looking forward to his recovery and is happy to be at Bear River Health.
Thank you. Anything from you, Ms. McDuffie?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say, Mr. Garrett?
Mr. Judge, I'd like to thank the court for giving me an opportunity to return to recovery. It's just one day, but my intention is to stay and become employed here through Bear River Health, and that's it.
Mr. Garrett, you've been doing this a long time.
I have.
And I certainly hope, we had a person in our recovery court, and I'm not disclosing anything that I can't disclose, that said they've been to 19 separate recoveries before they were able to be successful. I say that to you to say that it is still possible. And I hope that you haven't given up on that as a possibility for your future, and that this is the time that it really sticks and it works for you. I know that from my experiences as being the judge with you, that you've figured out how to do it on a short-term basis. I hope that you can figure it out on a forever basis, Mr. Garrett. I truly want that for you, and I hope that this is the time.
I believe in myself this time, Your Honor. Just being honest about this thing, and it's time.
Your probation is revoked, sir. You're to serve 365 days in the Washington County Jail, credit for 73 days. You are released to a long-term treatment program there at Bear River. You to remain on GPS tether. If you fail to complete that, then you will be returned to the Washington County Jail.
Okay.
So I hope that you do what you need to do and get this done this time. Okay.
I will, Judge. I will.
Fines and costs are waived. You're all set, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
You're
Thank you, Ms.
welcome.
McDuffie.
Take care, sir.
Thank you, Ms. White.
Good luck, Mr. Garrett.
State of Michigan versus Charles Bartlett, 19S00515.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Mr. Bartlett, please. I think you said your name, but I can't. It couldn't pick it up. So if you could repeat it, please.
Hi, Charles Bartlett. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. All right. So last time we were here, I wrote a note that Mr. Bartlett was supposed to provide the probation agent with a copy of his 12-step meetings.
That's what I have, Your Honor, that his VOP would be withdrawn if he sent his information in.
And he did not do that. Yes.
So I got an email yesterday from Mr. Bartlett. It is meetings that begin March 10th of this year.
So 3 days after I saw him last?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so therefore that does not satisfy your requirement. Is that what is your position? And I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yep, that's correct, Your Honor. Yes.
All right. So As such, the violation remains in place. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, sir, I arraigned you last time on the violation, I believe. If I didn't, let me do it now. The violation is that you failed to provide proof of your 12-step meeting attendance. And that was that you failed to provide proof of any attendance at 12-step meetings since November 29th of 2023. And those were not provided to start until after March 7th. So that is the violation. I think we need to appoint him counsel so he fully understands what's going on here.
It was I'm sorry. I didn't have, it was like a 12 step program, and once I did the 12 and it started over, I didn't know I was supposed to keep going. I didn't know I was supposed to repeat it.
As I was saying before you interrupt me, I'm going to appoint you counsel so that counsel can explain to you where we are right now. Is there someone from the public defender's office who could help Mr. Bartlett, please?
Yes, I can. You're up. Oh, sorry. Literally.
Got two of you. I'll put you in with Miss Muller. She was the first one on the camera. So you can, Mr. Bartlett. Did you hear what his violation is, Miss Muller?
I did. Is there any way, Agent Straub, if you're still on, could you forward me the violation report?
All right, it's being sent to you by it's being sent to you right now. And
thank you.
Miss Straub, I think she still needs the actual violation itself.
Okay, Your Honor.
I'll pass this matter. The court will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Darius Prince, case number 23-00408.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo for Mr. Prince. Mr. Prince, could you state your name, sir?
Is Mr. I don't see Darius Prince. There he is. He's not connected. Do you have the ability to call him?
I can, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court will call the matters of Shania Williams. One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
23 FB 1290, 23 FB 1351.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo for Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, could you state your name?
Shania Williams.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Williams, you're here today. It was supposed to be a review, but now there is also a added new violation. The violation alleges that you failed to enroll or attend the MRT program twice. You were discharged on January 9th of 2024 and again on April 1st of 2024. In addition to that, you obtained a new assaultive charge, C. Canton Police Report number 246944. Per the report, you were also in possession of a dangerous weapon. Those are violations.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
One of those, the first one is it says they're both technical, but the reality is that the failed to enroll in MRT is a technical violation. The new charge is actually a non-technical violation by which, ma'am, you could be subjected to the original maximum penalties in this particular case. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Lebo, have you had a chance to talk to your client about these allegations?
I have, Your Honor. With regard to the MRT violation, Ms. Williams would be prepared to plead to that today. But with regard to the new charges, we'd be requesting an adjournment in order to look into those further, as well as determine if charges will in fact be brought. I realize the report from Beijing indicated that charges had been brought. I did take a look at the Canton District Court website, and I didn't see any new charges from Ms. Williams. So I'd like an adjournment as to that in order to look into that a little bit further.
Thank you.
Hello? Now, can you hear me now?
Please mute yourself until your case is called, sir.
Okay.
All right, Ms. McDuffie, anything you want to say regarding the Williams matter?
Your Honor, I don't have any objection to the adjournment for the purpose of looking into the Camp matter. However, I think that the MRT situation still needs to be addressed. Not necessarily, well, she was due to be discharged as of April 2nd. This report was authored on the 1st. I'm assuming that that has happened. So I don't know how counsel plans to address that part of it.
He said they were willing to plead, but was not going to accept a plea to just one piece of it today. So
No. I'm not. I guess I wasn't referring to the plea, but what is she going to do in terms of, is she getting re-enrolled, or I just didn't know what that plan was?
I don't work any. If I could, I don't work anymore right now. I still have a job,
Ms.
but
Williams,
um, I don't work at 6 o'clock in the morning no more. So
Mr. Lebo, do you have a response?
yes, sir. Ms. Williams is able and willing to re-enroll into MRT if the court would refer her.
If they will accept her.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. As for bond on this, while we await the response. Mr. Lebo,
No special request from the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'd request a personal bond. I realize there are some concerns in this matter over Ms. Williams is working full time. She tells me she does have ties to the community in terms of her local family. I don't have sufficient information regarding the allegation in Canton to address it in full. There is some more information I would need to discuss that. However, my understanding is that Ms. Williams does intend to contest that allegation. So we would be requesting a personal bond.
PR bond, I'll see her back here on May 16, 2023 at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And it won't be set for a hearing yet. And then